Today we're going to be talking about the percent proportion. So we're going to be looking at two ratios. One ratio is the part over the whole, and the other ratio is going to be a percentage out of 100. So I'm going to use my formula is over of equals the percent over 100. And then I'll use the method of cross multiplying and dividing to solve for my variable. So if I'm given a problem like 21 is 84% of 25, I'm given all of the information there. So 21 would go on top of 25, that's the part, or I'm sorry, 21 is the part, 25 is the whole, and then it's going to equal the percentage over 100. In each of the three examples, we're missing one piece of the proportion, so we've got to cross multiply and divide in order to solve. So I'm going to take a look. First, we're going to find the percent. It says 7 is what percent of 10? So 7 is, they give me the part of 10. They also give me the whole. So I'm going to write 7 over 10 equals x, because I don't know the percentage, x is going to be my percent, over 100. And then I'll simply cross multiply and divide. 7 times 100 is 700. 10 times x gives you 10x. And then we'll divide by both sides by 10. So x is equal to 70%. The next one says, find the is. So what number is 40% of 16? So this time my x is the is part. Then I'm given my percentage and I'm giving my whole. So x is going to go where is should go. The whole or the of is 16. I'm given my percent, so that goes in the numerator, and percents are out of 100. And then you still cross multiply and divide. X times 100 is 100x, and 16 times 40 gives you 640. And then we'll divide both sides by 100 to solve. So x, let me move it a little bit. X equals 6.4. So 6.4 is 40% of 16. The last type of problem we're going to do is finding the whole. So we are given the is, we're given the percent, but we don't know the of. So that's going to be our variable. So 18 over x equals 35 over 100. 18 times 100 is 1800. 35 times x is 35x. Divide both sides by 35. So x is equal to approximately 51.4. For examples 1 through 6, these are all the proportions set up correctly. For number 1, 34 is what percent of 136? So 34 over 136 equals x over 100. Cross multiply and divide, and you should get x is equal to 25%. Number 2, what number is 70% of 600? So I'm looking for the part, so x over 600 equals 70 over 100. Cross multiply and divide, and you should get 42. Number 3, 200 is 15% of what number? So this time I'm looking for the whole. So that is x goes in the denominator. Cross multiply and divide. And you should get approximately 1,333 and 1/3, or 0.3 repeating. For number 4, what percent of 140 is 3.5? So of was 140 is your total. So that's the whole goes in the denominator, and 3.5 is the part. Cross multiply and divide. And you should get 2.5%. Okay, for number 5, 45 is 60% of what number? So you're going to cross multiply and divide. And you should get x is equal to 75. And then the last one, you may not even need to, once you've set up the proportion, 10 over x equals 10 over 100. So x has to be equivalent to 100, because if they're ratios, or if they're proportional, they need to be equal. Now the bottom one says that there are 690 students at Beverly Manor Middle School. 55% of the students went on a field trip. How many students did not go on the field trip? So we're looking for people that stayed, did not go. Okay? So in our problem, I see that we've got 690 total students. I also see that we have a percent. So we're looking for a part here. So the first thing we're going to find is how many went. And if we find how many went, then we could figure out what was left did not go. We could take that off. So how many went is going to be out of 690. We don't know, but we do know that 55% of them went. We don't know an exact number yet. And then we'll cross multiply and divide. X times 100 is 100x. 690 times 55 gives us 37,950. And then we'll divide both sides by 100. So x is equivalent to 379. Switch those around. 0.5. Now, since we're talking about people and we can't have a part of a person, and if we're talking about buses, then we're going to go ahead and round up, because taking an extra person would determine our number of buses. So let's say we took 380 people. So if we took 380 people, then I want to know how many did not go. So that means if 690 kids are at Beverly Manor and 380 of them went, then 690 less 380 will leave us with 310 students did not go.